Welcome in. Good afternoon. It's the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio, here with an early edition of the show as we're normally on 5:30 to 6 Tuesday through Friday. But today we're on 5 to 5:30 as we had some program changes today here on the Big X due to IU football IU basketball starting up right now. We're going to cut to them at 5:30 right after this Ticket Punchers show here. And give you the coverage on the play-by-play for IU and their pregame show. But, JR, we're on early. We're waiting for Curtis. JR Anderson, Roman Kelly here for the Ticket Punchers, taking it down until 5:30 as we're going to be reacting to last night's bets, previewing the night of sports, and getting out some picks for you all to make some money and some punches to go out there and mess these books up a little bit. JR, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, Rome. On the way back from work, so I'm coming to you guys via the telly. But yeah, great day. Weather's kind of horrible, but overall, glad to be heading home, man. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm doing all right. It is not the best weather day out there, kind of cold, kind of rainy a bit. But lots of sports on, lots of games on, lots of different things to react to, lots of different ways to make some money here tonight. And that's what we're going to be getting into. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make tonight fun for us all and for the listeners as well. We've got Curtis Phillips joining right now, our other co-host here on the Ticket Punchers. Curtis, how are you, my man? How have you been doing today?
Going good, man. Very busy day. Excited to dive in Thursday slate tonight. So, yeah, doing all right.
Yes, we've got a lot to look into as we had a pretty good night last night overall with the Ticket Punchers as we hit the triple punch parlay yet again. 2 days in a row now we've hit. I believe that puts us up to 4 and 3 on the Ticket Punchers parlay, or 3 and 2 now. Two wins in a row on it. And that feels really good. We're going to get another 3-leg parlay out for you guys tonight, in which it has a play where we all really like the outcome on. Fellas, we've also got Thursday Night Football tonight, and there are a couple of different points of view that I want to take a look at. I've seen a lot of people on the under today on this game, as it did shift up from 43.5 to 44.5. So I want to get your all's opinions on that as well. But let's get over last night's bets. Let's go over that. Whatever we get in on the text line, we'll get that out in live time as well. I'm sure Lazard guy will be sending in some of his thoughts, some of his picks, and some of his punches for tonight, as he already has tweeted at us with his why not parlay of the day. In this Thursday Night Football game, he's got some Xavier Hutchinson props, some Christian Kirk props. So we're going to be getting into those as well, seeing what we can find for some plus money tonight here on the Ticket Punchers. JR, we'll start with you because you had a handful of different official punches last night. I believe you gave out 7 or 8 official punches, and I believe you only missed 2 of those. Give a quick little recap just on the hits. I know you're driving, so on the plays that you can remember from last night, just how your night went overall in the Ticket Puncher or for your official punches.
Yeah, we went 7 and 2. The only ones that cost us was the Virginia Tech spread, which, silly of me to take it. I shouldn't have taken that. I should have known better that Bellarmine would cover that line, knowing Scotty Davenport. And the other one being the Notre Dame spread as well, minus 25.5. So I probably will still steer away from 20-plus point spreads. But the ones that did cash was the Sacramento plus 20.5, which the odds on that were minus 141. Miami of Ohio, which was our triple punch leg, cashed at minus 134. Cleveland State was a loss, but that was a lean, not an official punch. And Sengun and TJ McConnell both cover as well. And then I believe in the YouTube segment, we took Harvard on the plus 16.5 and Arizona plus 10.5, which both covered. If you parlayed those, it was plus 138. So heavy slam there.
Great night for JR last night, as he does go 7 and 2 with a variety of different plays. He had a college football play, college basketball, and hitting some NBA props last night as well. Shout out JR. We tailed a couple of different props from JR, and we were able to make some money last night. Appreciate the Harvard pick, my man. As we took the plus 12.5 on that when we ran the risk there. I know you were on the 15.5, but Harvard, I had a chance they were going to look good last night, and they kept that game close for the entirety of it. Curtis, how was your night last night with your official punches? I know you missed out on the one team total with bad beat there. Probably probably could have gone and got more free throws if they wanted to there at the end, but unfortunately not hitting that Notre Dame. But what was the other punch you had? How'd the night look for you? Because you do hit your parlay piece in the triple punch.
Yeah, so yeah, we hit the parlay piece with Auburn's first half. As far as the official punches go, we had two pretty bad beats. I thought we was gonna get a sweep there, but we ended up going 2-2. We fell 3 points short of the Notre Dame team total, so that missed. Cashed the Auburn team total pretty easily. And then it was ugly. Jalen Brunson over his 33.5 points and assists. He had 31 going into the fourth quarter and ended on 33. So that was a pretty sick beat. But we cashed Josh Giddey's rebounds and assists at 15.5. So we do fall to 2-2 on the official punches yesterday.
Not bad. Not bad at all. As you were still able to make some money last night. And then two bad beats being the L's. That it makes it worse personally for the sake of your betting, right? Knowing you had a pretty good read and just a couple of points not getting you there where you thought it would. Just the sake of the line not being exactly how you thought, which is fine. That's part of it. That's part of gambling. That's why we give out multiple bets. That's why we straight bet, right, Curtis? And
yes,
you were still able to stay in the positive financially there as you do hit the profiting two bets. I go 2-0 last night, only gave out two official punches as we hit the Moses Moody 4+ rebounds. We also hit the Cam Johnson over 11.5 points last night as well. So we gave out two player props. In the YouTube segment, I also said I had a really strong lean. It was a jab on the VJ Edgecombe over 8.5 rebounds and assists. We hit that as well. He finished at 10 or 11, I believe, in a game in which I really felt like the 76ers had a chance to win there. They lose some defense when they go to the bench, not to mention that Maxi's not the best defender really either. And they just can't stop teams from scoring when they really, really need to. The offense is there whenever they need it, but the defense not really supplying in those crunch time minutes like against certain types of teams that have the size advantage there. But great night overall, though, as we all had some wins, we all had some hits, and we hit the triple punch. Fellas, I want to ask right now, just before we get started, do you guys have your triple punch parlay piece ready? If not, we'll go into tonight's punches, start with some teams, looking at the players, and then we'll get our triple punch ready. I have a couple of different things that I'm looking at for my triple punch piece for tonight on my side, but I wanted to ask JR first and then you, Curtis, what you guys were potentially looking at for the sake of our parlay tonight, because we're hot. We need to continue on, get this out early, see how we can see if any of the lines move before 5:30.
Yep, go ahead, JR.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at Nico Collins passing yards, and then I was, dabbling with maybe taking Josh Allen touchdown to make it spicy, but I want us to go back to back. So I believe
back to back to back.
Yeah, back to back to back.
Start streaking here on the triple punch if we can.
So I really want to take Josh Allen anytime touchdown. But I think I will stay with Jaden Higgins over 2.5 receptions.
Were you on an official punch there for tonight with Jaden Higgins, Curtis?
Well, so that was one of my official punches, but I was gonna go 25+ receiving for for our triple punch.
Wow, so you guys are on the same player.
That's a good one on the same stuff, though. I like it.
That's a very, very positive sign right there. So you guys are both on Higgins then. JR's on the receptions at 2.5, and Curtis is on the 25+. Now,
I kind of want to change it since, I'm saying, two of the same players, but I mean, we'll see as we go.
Well, JR, we're going to announce that. That's going to be your parlay piece officially now, as you've taken the Higgins 2.5 receptions. Oh, I just had the odds pulled up on that, of course. Now I've lost them.
The best odds I saw was at -126. Is that what you got at, JR?
I had it at 128, so if it went down, that's amazing.
Yep, I'm seeing at 126 right now. Jaden Higgins for the Houston Texans to get over 2.5 receptions tonight. I like that play there. That's going to be the parlay piece for JR. Curtis, we're going to shift to you if you had a secondary. If you didn't have a secondary, I can get one of the two that I had together.
We'll go that to my piece because I'm not sure if I want to keep it. Two of the same people on one lay. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, two players, and it's a player that's already projected to not be someone that's getting a bunch of. It'd be different if this is like a Jamar Chase, right?
Right.
But this is obviously Jaden Higgins, and there's no telling for certain. Now, I like the 2.5 receptions. I think he gets 4 or 5 receptions, if I'm being honest. I think he gets into that 30 or 40-yard mark as well. But we obviously want to keep things fun, keep things interesting, see if we can get a variety of different plays on our triple punch parlay. Fellas, I've got one that I'm liking for tonight. I've been big on this guy because he's been getting the job done. He's been hooping for me. I've got him in fantasy as well, which makes it easy to keep an eye on him. But I like Jalen Johnson tonight going up against the Spurs. It's going to be a game in which I feel like they're going to throw a lot of different defenders at him, but I don't really think they overall have an answer for him. I don't really think Harrison Barnes wants those problems for the entirety of a night. Granted, Jeremy Sohan is supposed to be back tonight, and that's one of those weird 6'7", 6'8", kind of can guard multiple player types in him. But ultimately, I'm on Jalen Johnson, 22.5 points tonight. I'm actually taking this down 1 point. We're alternating it to the 21.5, just to give yourself a little bit of a safety net there to 22+ points. That's going to be my parlay piece at -136 tonight. That's in the NBA. Hawks Spurs at 8:10 p.m. tonight for my piece. So, Curtis, that leaves you last play on the triple punch parlay as we try to make it 3 straight days of hitting the triple punch parlay here in the Ticket Punchers. What are you liking to wrap it up?
No pressure. No pressure.
No, this is tough. Let's do. I know JR mentioned, Josh Allen with his touchdowns to make it spicy, and I think I'm gonna have to go with it. I don't really want to add a touchdown, play to our piece, but I do think he ultimately gets in. He's had 7 rushing touchdowns the last 4 games. I know Houston, good run defense, but he'll just get one of those, not designed runs, and I think that'll get him in the end zone. So I'll go. Yeah, tush push in Buffalo. So I'm gonna go Josh Allen touchdown. I don't love it, but yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
I
what's his line for? What's his line for 2 passing touchdowns?
For 2 passing, we've got Josh Allen at
+132.
Yep. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing +125.
Okay.
Now shifting. I just watched the move.
That was my third a part of a parlay. I mean, I feel like he's more likely to throw 2 than run 1 in.
What do we think of Khalil Shakir having a baby yesterday?
Awesome. I think he's going to go off today.
I think he's going to go off.
Yeah, he better after his negative 3-yard performance. He better.
I was in a Big X Big Bet for me today in the Running with Roman show from 2 to 2:30 here in the Big X, where I took Khalil Shakir over 43.5. I think he's going to spaz tonight. Little tribute to his kid. I like it. I think the Bills obviously run away with this game tonight, fellas. It may be ugly at first just because the Texans' defense has not been bad.
It's one of the best. Yeah, that's what they've been living off of for sure.
That's why they've been keeping these games close and having a chance in these games is their defense. I don't think that ultimately a defense can win you the entirety of a game going up against a quarterback like Josh Allen. With that being said, though, I do think they're going to have a game plan for him. They're going to be ready. I think there's a chance for the first half to look ugly in this game. So I do think it's not like they cover simple in this game. I think that they get stopped more times than they probably expect, and it's a late cover in this game where they win this game probably by 7 or 8 points, something like that towards the end. Ultimately, though, I do like I'm not going to make that an official punch here or anything, but that is a jab for me because it's a Big X Big Bet from earlier. So I do like the Khalil Shakir over 43.5, and I like Josh Allen 2+ touchdowns as well. I mean, it's kind of like we think he's going to get in the end zone on his feet and throw 2 and have another one of those kind of great offensive performance games, even though that's nearly what he does almost every week. It's still asking him to come in and have an amazing week again upon making history on a Thursday night primetime game. I get why it's plus money. That's kind of basically where I'm at with that. Just because those Texans have been stingy. They've been stingy with some points this year, fellas. Anything you guys like official punch wise in this game before we move on to the rest of the night of sports? Curtis, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, JR already said Higgins over 2.5 receptions. That was one of my official punches. But yeah, I like how Davis Mills, he's been, inserting them to the offense. He's had at least 7, plus targets in 3 of the last 4 games. So I think if he gets 7 targets, he'll come down with at least 3 of those. So that was one. And then this one's a little bit scary, but I did take James Cook's under rushing yards, 78.5. Like you mentioned, Roman, this Texans run defense is pretty stout. I think they're 3rd in efficiency in the entire league. They give up the 3rd least rushing yards. And Cook, I think he's one of the most underrated, running backs in the league. But he's kind of a boom or bust guy, so he'll give you 100 plus, or he'll give you like under 50.
40 yards. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's under this in his last 2. And the Texans, they haven't gave up 79 rushing yards all season to any running back. They played some pretty good running backs. CMC, Travis Etienne twice, Kenneth Walker. The list goes on and on, but they play some good. I think Cook can stay under this.
Okay, under 78.5 there for James Cook.
Yep.
On an official punch. I like that. Like we just mentioned, because of the way that team's been defending, the Texans' defensive line is one of the best in the NFL. So I like it. I like that prop. Anything official for you tonight in Thursday Night Football? If it's parlay, if it's the official parlay that you give out for Thursday, JR, we'll save that for the end here. But if there's an official player prop or team prop for tonight, a punch wise with the set line, go ahead and give that out now. If not, we'll shift to the parlay.
Nope, we can shift.
All right. College basketball tonight has a couple more good matchups, Curtis. There's probably a couple team totals I'm sure you're going to be looking at. I've got a couple official punches as well, or one official punch in college basketball tonight. JR, you have anything in college basketball?
Not tonight.
What do you like, Curtis? There's a couple teams in action that, Memphis 15.5 point underdogs to Purdue. That line's probably a little bit too close, if I'm being honest, for a Memphis team that hasn't been good all season long. I want Memphis to win the game, though, so I'm not going to bet it. Naturally, though, there's just too much to not look at here. Wake Forest, 9.5 point underdogs against Texas Tech. Over-under sitting at 160. 10-point favorites to a Wake Forest team that's already shown they can play really hard. They took Michigan to the wire, took Michigan to overtime. A Michigan team that I think the statistics have better than Texas Tech, if I'm being honest. So I'm interested in what you guys think on that game. But Curtis, will ask you, see if you have a team total or an official punch for any of these games on tonight in college basketball.
Yeah, so I do have a jab. Tennessee, 31.5 point favorites over Tennessee State. They should roll in. I'm probably about to take it actually as we speak now, but that's jab for me. They've kind of been rolling over opponents since after that, 15-point win over Mercer, I believe. But as far as official punches, I do have a team total. We're gonna go to the Maction action. Yep, taking Miami of Ohio. Team total over 78.5. Their offense has been much improved this year. They're scoring points. They're back at home versus Mercyhurst, I believe. So yeah, I think they'll crack the 80 mark easy.
I like it. I'm actually going to be taking the Wake Forest plus 9.5. That's going to be my official punch in college basketball tonight. They have only lost to Michigan, a game in which they lost by 1 point, and they had a chance to win. They had the last shot in that game. They got the stop to get the last shot. Like they defended well when they needed to in that game. I mean, a game that goes into overtime, and they only allowed 85 points to a Michigan team that's pretty good offensive talent on it. I like Wake Forest to cover here. I'm not that big on Texas Tech, if I'm being honest. I think they're going to be good. I like JT Toppin. I think he's very good. But I just don't know all around. I don't think that they're very deep either. I think they're still kind of figuring some things out. Granted, they haven't played bad by any means. They've handled their bye games, but they lost to Illinois. They looked shaky in that game. I like Wake Forest to keep this one at least within 10. That's going to be my official punch tonight for college basketball. JR, I want to get your parlay for the NFL out because I know you've got one. But, fellas, we've got to look into the NBA before we do so because there are a handful of pretty good games on tonight, I think. Not like last night in terms of matchups, if I'm being honest. But you do have a couple of good games tonight. I think Spurs-Hawks is worth the look. I think Bucks-76ers may great. Those aren't two teams that are necessarily going to be contending, I don't feel like, but it's still an exciting game against teams that have had close matchups for like the last 4 years. So I'd like to see what you guys thinking about tonight's NBA slate. If you've got any official punches, we got about 8 minutes before we get out of here. What are you looking at, Curtis, in the NBA tonight? If it's player prop or team total, go ahead with either one.
Jalen's. I only have one bet in the NBA tonight. It's gonna be Jalen Suggs, PRA over. I think it's 23.5, around -120. His usage has been kind of crazy without Paolo, and they're going up against a Clippers team that a lot of OGs. Harden's not gonna be defending out there. And Magic, I think, are just going to be looking to run, and Suggs is I think get over this mark. So
he's covered that in the 4 straight games. His last 4 straight games played, all of those games being in which Paulo has been out, and he's covered that and gotten close to that mark pretty much all season long. Had a couple bad games, but for the most part, he's healthily over that mark, really. And I think he covers that for sure. He said 23.5.
23.5 PRA. Yep.
Yeah, he covered that easily last game in 32 minutes. He covered that easily the game before that in 28 minutes. Didn't cover that the game before that, but covered that the game previous to that, all of which Paulo was out. So love that play there. JR, any official punches tonight in the NBA, whether that's a player prop or a team total? I know these aren't necessarily the teams. There's not very, very many teams that are on tonight, and then, of course, not very many that you typically like betting on for the most part. But you always are finding good little clean bets in any game if you put your mind to it. So what are you looking at in the NBA tonight if you've already had the chance to do your dig? I know this is an earlier show, and you get to do a lot from 5 to 5:30 waiting for us to go live. But Kings, Grizzlies tonight, Clippers, Magic, 76ers, Bucks, Hawks, Spurs. Is there something we can eye in these games to punch into a ticket for, JR?
Absolutely. So my 2 favorite legs, since Kawhi is out tonight, I like James Harden for 20 points, and I like Franz Wagner for 20 points. Those parlayed together is -158. I think those are great value. Franz has been putting it up. Clippers really don't, stop too many wings these days, especially if Franz has it going from 3. I was going to take Ryan Rollins for 20. Against the 76ers, but I think he'll be closer to the 15 spot. That's a lean, not an official. The James and the Franz is my 2 official ones. That's really all I had time to research. I had a couple other leans, but nothing that I have extreme confidence in except Jock Londale for 4 rebounds and Zach LaVine for 2 assists. Those parlayed together is -120. So those are my 4 high confidence plays.
I love those. I like those plays there. Couple of different teams in back-to-back tonight, or back-to-back spots tonight. Kings, 76ers. That kind of makes it a bit interesting as well. I don't necessarily have a team prop that I'm loving all so much because those are why the lines are a little bit more even than they probably should be. I think the Grizzlies. I think the Kings line would be even in favor of them if they weren't coming off of back-to-back. But ultimately, we're going to be looking in this Spurs-Hawks game for another punch here as well. Fellas, I like Onyeka Okongwu. I like the way he's been playing. No Wemby tonight. I think that his 15-point mark is a lovely spot. I get that Kristaps is going to be back. But Onyeka's been hooping, man. I'm going to take the Onyeka Okongwu 15-plus points. Let's go see here, see what he's covered that in. He's covered that in, because it was 1, 2, 3, 4 straight games, all of which games he's been getting more minutes in as well. The ball gets shared. The ball gets moved around ever since Trae Young went down, and you can see that with an uptick in pretty much all stats from Hawks players. So we're going on Onyeka Okongwu, 15-plus points. I expect this to be a high-scoring, high-paced game. without Wemby, and he should reflect that tonight with his 15+. Don't like that I'm taking 2 Hawks players overall with some punches, but that's going to be my next official punch tonight in the NBA. Last official punch I've got is going to be in the NBA again. And fellas, I know it's crazy on a back-to-back, but I'm taking the young gun. I'm taking his combo. It's been working for me every time I bet it, and we're going to stay on it tonight. The alternate rebounds and assists to VJ Edgecombe at 8.5. Sitting at -140 tonight for my third official punch. And that's going to wrap my official punches up. We've got about 3.5 minutes here. Curtis, anything you want to get out last before we get the JR parlay?
No, that should be it for me.
All right, JR, let's hear it. Thursday Night Football. I know you got something cooked up, whether that's for a profit boost or for a no sweat, but what are you taking? What did you do your dig on, and where are your odds sitting at? I don't know if we've got the right.
Yeah, hold on one second. Got some spotty service here coming through the mountains. Get it pulled up here.
How many legs you looking at?
I got a total piece of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A total of 11. But these are all extremely high hit rates, which are alts. Very, very high odds, but parlayed together. If you want to build it, I didn't have a chance to build it. I just got a chance to do the research with they're still available.
We'll build it. I'll build it.
Yeah,
with you.
We'll build it.
Yep. Ready?
Let's hear it.
Yep.
Khalil Shakir, 25 receiving yards. Dawson Knox, 10 receiving yards. Keon Coleman, 10 receiving yards. Joshua Palmer, receptions. Josh Allen, 20 rush. Josh Allen, 175 passing. And then we're going to go to the Houston side. Nico Collins, 50 yards receiving. Dalton Schultz, 25 yards receiving. I had Woody Marks at 5 receptions, which if you look at the lines, it looks like it should cover. If you feel a little bit weary about it, you can alt him down to 4, especially with, C.J. Stroud not being at the helm. Dalton Schultz, 4 receptions, and then Nick Chubb, 10 rushing yards.
All right, we're going to have to get the odds on that here wrapped up on the YouTube side of things as we've now outroed into the show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for listening here on the radio on the Ticket Punchers side of things. If you want to listen more, we'll be on YouTube, on the Real Spiel Big X, and my personal X page streaming as well. This has been the Ticket Punchers here on an early edition. We'll be back tomorrow at the regular time, 5:30 to 6. Let's go punch those tickets.
Punch those tickets.
Punching tickets.
All right, fellas, back in here just for a few more minutes. If you're still listening, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends if you enjoy what we get into and what we discuss over here on the Ticket Punchers. JR was mid parlay there. Curtis, were you keeping track of those?
I have 5 of them, I believe. You want me to read them back to you, JR, to see if I have them correct here?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So what I got was, did you say Dawson Knox 10 receiving?
Yeah.
Shakir, was he 25 plus?
Shakir 25. Yep.
Schultz 25 plus.
Schultz 25. Yep.
Nico 50
Yep.
plus, and Schultz 4 plus receptions.
Yep.
And then I believe you said, was it Josh Palmer 2 plus receptions?
Palmer. Yep. 2 receptions.
Okay, yep, that's all I have at the moment. I know you said more, I just didn't.
Yep. Keon Coleman. Is he inactive? I know they were talking
Yeah.
about that he might not play.
That's probably, I know he's having some discipline issues and things like that. Yeah.
All right, so Keon's off. Josh Allen 20 rushing and Josh Allen 165 passing.
So Allen, you say 20 rush?
20 rush and 175 passing.
170.
Separate.
All right, so that's 8 legs.
All right, and you got Nico 50. Look at Woody Marks. I had him for 5, but we might need to water him down. He's 7 out of the last 9 games, but I think that'll go up if we water him down to like maybe 4 or 3.
What's that?
Woody Marks, 5 receptions.
Oh, receptions?
Yeah, or no,
Really?
5 receiving yards. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Giannis isn't playing?
Yeah, no. That's why.
No,
I knew that. Oh, 76ers money line.
Yeah.
76ers money line.
Insane. 20 points for Rollins.
No, Rollins. I didn't get to do my dig for Rollins props, but I know he's been going off without Giannis. I mean, that's just their go-to ball handler. They don't really have a lot of people that can handle that rock. He's been scoring too.
20 points or 2.5 threes. He's been hitting 2.5 threes like clockwork.
Okay.
But
sorry,
Josh,
JR. What was that? What was that? Woody Marks? Was it, you said 5 receiving?
yeah, 5 receiving.
Okay. All right.
What's the odds on the Woody Marks leg?
So right now, it's minus 330.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure they didn't drop it into like 600 something. Otherwise, I'd take it off. Look at Chubb rushing. Him for 10 yards. He's covered the last 18 of 18. So.
Yep, I saw that. Solid. Yeah.
All right. All right. Boom. That's it.
You said 11, right? Oh wait, the Keon would have been 11. So the 10 leg right now, we have plus 1,013, and obviously I know on FanDuel there's 30% boost. I'm sure there's boost on other books, probably DraftKings, Bet365, Fanatics, probably all giving out some type of boost tonight.
And if you want to add one more leg, even with Houston's rushing defense, pretty good. You can take Cook for 50 yards. I think he's for that, even with the superior defensive line.
Cook for how much?
But what's the odds for 40?
Minus 1,400. It's crazy.
Yeah. What's him for 50?
50 is minus 1 or minus 550.
All right, yeah. Let's go 50.
All right, so that gets the parlay to plus 1,418.
Nice.
With the boost, with the 30% boost, it gets up to plus 1,844.
And for those of the listeners out there or the viewers, if you want a little bit more, juicy odds, you can take Josh Allen TD, you can take Josh Allen 1+ passing or 1.5 passing, or you can take Cook rushing TD. Those are the 3 highest odds for touchdowns, or 3 highest hit rate % touchdowns with usage.
Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm hoping that one gets in that end zone because, yeah, that wasn't not going to be my piece. It's all good.
You like something more?
No, it's just I didn't get to a deep dig, so I didn't know. You feel
Yeah, I
me?
sprinkled already on
On the
that triple punch.
bet. I mean, hopefully, yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
See, here's my thing. I think it's an ugly game.
No, it's gonna be
It's
definitely
an ugly game, and I think they get down to the end zone and you keep the ball in Josh Allen's hands because it's been an ugly game and you need the damn points.
Yep, I like it. That's plus 460. What else did I have? Oh, that's right. So.
Sorry, I was going through a little spot. You said wrong. What did you say? It's going to be an ugly game.
Yeah, I think it's I think there's a chance it's an ugly game.
I believe
just because of the Texans' defense, and because of that, if the Bills get down there on the goal line, man, you're keeping the ball in Josh Allen's hand.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
So I don't normally like the touchdown on a quarterback that's not Lamar or Patrick, but Josh at this point, he's inevitable. Yeah, or Hurts. But that's like Hurts is not worth betting. I don't remember the last time his TD was worth betting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the highest hit rates on the Buffalo side was Josh Allen for rushing, him for 2 passing, Cook for 1 rushing, and then the tight end. Who's starting now? Kincaid?
No, Kincaid's out. Knox.
Yeah, Knox.
Hey, look, Texas defense, they're good against the pass and the run, but I've taken this prop like 3 times this year, and I saw it earlier. First quarter receiving yards for Knox is at a half a yard plus. I think it's plus 110.
Oh, yeah.
I took it against the Falcons. He had like 35 in a touchdown first quarter. So, and I took it with Kincaid as well.
Yep.
Oh, first drive
would
be juicy.
Like 2 or 3 play action. And
yeah,
they're always open because they expect them to come out off. Or he does it down to the tight end.
Matter of fact, I'm about to play that actually. Yep, I'm playing it. I'm playing it. What's that?
All right, fellas, I'm going to end stream. We can stay on here, though.
I said,
appreciate you guys listening in still.
Hold on. Punch them tickets.
Let's go punch those tickets.